Hello, hello, hello! How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing better than I am today. Sore throat yesterday. A little bit of a stuffy nose. Woke up this morning. Stuffy nose. Slightly sore throat. I think it's a combination of a few things. Hopefully not getting sick. Hopefully not getting sick. Nobody else in the house is sick right now, so... John Deere had a partnership with Itachi since the 60s. Really? No, I still never got on that on their wiki, Drew. That's why I said what I said. Granted, I had a very, very quick skim through, but in the grand scheme of things, that means shit for Farming Simulator. John Deere have a lot of partnerships with different companies. As far as I'm aware, Hitachi still own Hitachi. It's a Japanese monster company. They ain't selling to anyone. Keep it to yourself. If you got it, I hope not. Jess isn't sick, and she's usually the culprit because of school teacher. Her mum just got over one a little while back, but that was like a virus, and me and Jess didn't get it. So I don't know. I think it's. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. But we'll see. And if this sounded a little bit weird when I talk, I got a throat loss syndrome right now. A menthol one. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alrighty. Let's open it up on my phone. So I got the magic add button. Shout out on Greenwich Valley. I've got no use for it right now. At least. And even then, I think I'll probably use the leap air over that because the wheeled version. And the controls are better, as I say in the video. Yeah, John Deere do have hands in a load of companies. For sure. There is no doubt about that. Itachi is a massive company. Let's be honest. They just don't do construction stuff. They do anything from household electronics to friggin' God knows what else, to construction equipment, let's say. I don't know where I was going with that, but they do a lot more than what people think. That was my turn. I don't know what partnership John Deere would have with him, actually. Did I just miss it again? Yeah, I did. Because John Deere have got their own range of construction stuff. Obviously, they're more than likely going to put Yamaha engines or their own engines in them. So I'm not too sure what partnership John Deere would have with Itachi. Lag? Enough command. 0 frames dropped. Actually, the stream started looking very healthy indeed. Yeah, I saw that comment. I've seen the comments. Hello? 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 What lag? Yeah, I'm not seeing any lag. I can quite confidently say, if you're seeing lag, it's probably on your end. The game did have a little stutter. I just missed the frickin' turn again, if that's what you're referring to. Oh, I didn't realise it was hello, hello, hello that set up. And they must probably get parts from them. Maybe. Maybe. Like hydraulic rams and stuff. That's a very possibility. But I haven't seen anything. I think it was you, was it, Drew, that said it was actually coming to console? I haven't seen anything about it saying that it's coming to console. Like, for sure. Because Itachi, as far as I'm aware, is not in the game in any shape or form. And I've got a feeling YouTube's not pushing the streams of the videos again. I've noticed my views have dropped dramatically again. And same with the stream. The stream's been up a little bit now. It seems like the views haven't gone up. Look up on FB club page and FSI page. I was on FSI's page. I don't see anything of them saying about it. But as the video said, it's on PC right now. Yeah, John Deere and Itachi again doesn't mean that it's coming to console. Giants have to have a license physically for Itachi. Let's be honest, with all the companies that we have in game right now, they all have a partnership in some way with all of the different brands out there. We'd have them all in if that was the case. But it's not. It says PC plus console. Yeah. Clearly it's not on console. Otherwise it would have been released the same day. They probably can't get it on console because of a brand. Yeah, if anything it would come as Lizard. Exactly. It needs... My review, I would say, is actually fairly solid. The extra 3 implements that come with it, I have no idea why the music stopped. A junk. The skid steer attachments that come with it, they just don't work. They do work, but they're very funky. And let me tab out to find out what's going on with the music. I was muted somehow. GG. And that's me sneezing. It'll be Fiat Itachi. Again, I don't know if they will be able to get away with using the Itachi name or logo because they don't have the license. They have the license for Fiat, they have the license for New Holland. That's why you can have Fiat New Holland. That could be their issue. Their issue, there could well have been that they thought they would have been able to get away with that, and Giants had to say, no, we can't, because we don't have the license for Itachi. So they could, in theory, bring it in as a New Holland. They could bring it in as a John Deere if they so wished. Because, make it John Deere skin. But at the same time, it would be fictional at that point. Keep it the same colours and just brand it Lizard. But for the love of God, don't put Lizard logos all over it. It's been stated before, the release of the mod will come to console one way or another, or debrand. Following for a while. Yeah, my suspect is it'll be debranded. I'm not arguing the fact it's not coming to console. I'm just stating the fact that it's not on console right now. And from what I've seen, yes, it's been said on their pages, PC console, yada yada yada. But there's no statement saying it will come on their Facebook page that I've seen at least. I looked very, very quickly. So I've probably missed it. I was doing it like 10 minutes before I started the stream. Wow. No, 20 minutes maybe. Before, when I was doing the thumbnail. They've spoken to Itachi. FSI can get the license to Itachi. Giants have to have the license. CD can get a license for all the machinery out in Ireland, pretty much. But Giants have to have that license now. Not said modder. Be useless and farm some for now. I see what they've tried to do with it. They've tried to be able to make it a bit more utilitarian as far as the forestry stuff in it, but it is a bit useless. And honestly, it's a very beautiful model. Not knocking them on that by any shape of the imagination, but the limiting factor is how much are you going to use a digger? And to be quite honest, the controls are kind of crappy, and the leap air with all the forestry attachments that work really well, it's a better machine, although the leap air is older, and honestly the modelling on it isn't as good. But in the grand scheme of things, for use for a digger, there isn't much, especially a digger like that. Itachi's building the JD wheel loader. Ah, there you go then. That'll be the connection. And I had to mute everything and, well, blow my nose basically. Digger can only be used in mining construction maps. Yeah. And yeah, there's a lot of applications for it for loading sugar beets and stuff like that, or lime. Again, the bucket it comes with though is an earth moving ripper bucket, not something that's going to be more delicate to move in that type of material. Like, check out my mod review, guys. I'm pretty thorough on suggestions to make it better, especially with the implements. And I straight up say, take a look at Black Sheep's leap air and take suggestions from that sort of thing. Nothing much, Craig. Why so high battery percentage? It switches off. That doesn't seem right. But the main uses I see for it, like loading lime, possibly even salt for seasons, sugar beets, potatoes. Again, comes down to the bucket. Cool. Locomotive on. Nice. Also, it does have an issue with the sounds as well. The track sound. Beautiful track sound, way better than the rest of the equipment they use or have for the sound, but it does have a weird loop where it basically turns off for a few seconds, and it's very, very noticeable. So the guys that are in here now, did you guys get notifications? That's what I like about mod reviews. If you put a previous comment to that, I missed it. Only on Twitch, really? Frig. Hang on, let me tab out and put the... I tweeted it as well. I had a feeling like... You guys look at my videos and they're not getting the views that they were. I'm pretty sure notifications aren't going out again. Wrong one. Pop it from Chrome an email. Really? Not sure about notifications, but just hit YouTube home button. Oh, cool. Didn't get any notifications. There's a lot of nopes there. There's a lot of nopes there, so the fact that so many said no... means... nobody got notifications. So I've just posted on the community tab. Let me know if you guys got notifications about that even. Oh, nice one, Chris. Well, we peaked at 39 and then it dropped to 32 and then we're back on the way up. I don't get it. Quarter past, I set the stream scheduled and started at like 30 minutes past. No notifications for that even? Wow. I may tweet at Team YouTube and ask. It would be cool to have some older fast track mods. That would be neat. I got nothing but shit ever. Thank you, thank you. I'll jump in this. Lisa Zibelada. It's hard to get a digger on trailer. Really? Do the tracks slip through the collisions, and what trailer are you using? It'd be nice if CD got brands and Giants actually listened. I don't know what you mean by that. CD could get the brands, sure, but are the brands willing to want to be in the game first and foremost? Orange Flick one. Ah, okay. There we go. Looks like the models are getting better and better. Oh, from Giants, yeah, they are. Brands probably... Giants probably try their best, but if brands don't want to... Exactly. Yeah, go this way. I doubt that is the reasoning, but it's a possibility. Drew, you don't know that. You are talking out of your ass, Drew. You can't say that because you don't know it. And if you're gonna state facts, state truthful facts at least. I mean, come on. And the FSL was the reason why Giants would be talking to brands, because that is huge advertisement for brands. So the FSL League has got leeway there. If Giants didn't ask, do you think we'd have Class? Do you think we'd have John Deere? Come on now. It's smaller brands. It's small brands that aren't big inside of Europe that Giants probably don't know about. Gonna be truthfully honest with this one. FSI. Oh, the FSI is a waste of time. Yeah, no, I would agree. I am completely against the FSL League. I have never liked it. I think it is a waste of time. It would be a different story, I feel, if it was more community-based, but it ain't. It's John Deere, it's Trollberg, it's Michelin, it's these company brands coming into it. They need to do more with the community with it. It just, to me, it doesn't make sense. It's obviously a brand thing, it's obviously a marketing tool, and that's about it. And the amount of money they must have spent in it is kind of ridiculous, if you ask me. I'm completely against it, but at the same time, I will play devil's advocate with it. Yeah, no, Steve hit the nail on the head there. You think Kubota will want their brand in FS? Yeah. At the same time, you've got to realise Kubota, in the grand scheme of things, their tractor range right now is just these. They haven't got a big tractor range, and even then they are on the lower side of this horsepower range. I don't think they get much bigger than 200 horsepower right now. So what Kubota could bring to the game isn't much. As much as I would love to see Kubota into the game with their small tractors, chances are very slim in the grand scheme of things. And I've always said I'd love to see Kubota in the game. What am I even looking for? Biotechnology. RN. I did a video, mod review video on it. Simulation for the Nation. Hello. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but I have left the second or the third, fourth encampment. I am now on the fifth chapter, and I think it's one of the last ones. And I didn't see this where I'm at right now coming. Put it that way. This would be the cheaper one, right? Yep. Surprised Bobcat's not an FS. Yeah, actually, Bobcat could bring, obviously, the skid steers. They have that multi-tool thing they have, which is kind of like a side-by-side but has a front loader arm on it. That would be useful for farm sim. Actually, no, I still need to leave those up. So those I am surprised. Have they got over 200 horse tractor? I thought they weren't much above 200. When Sandy Bay released for 19. When it gets sent away to Oxy's test team. He hasn't even sent it to the test team yet. But it has 300 horse tractor footage. Oh, okay. I was wrong then. Yeah, we'll go this way. Volvo loaders. Do Volvo do... I'm going to say this, and I think I'm answering my own question as I say this. Do they do agricultural loaders? I think they do, though. Probably... It's going to be partly gameplay I answer this, because I want to see orchards, vineyards, and stuff like that added in, so machinery to do around that, where I think honestly Kubota could be very good at adding that type of range in. Class have a orchard style tractor which looks comical. So it's around gameplay I would want that. John Deere DLC, please. I'm happy with the... is that the term I needed? No. I'm happy with the brands we've got in now, as it sits. I would love for the North American community to see more American implements, more American style machineries added in for FS21, or at least the option to kit them out so they are American if they're sold over there. And considering Farming Simulator Giants always include an American map, they are heavily lacking in American equipment. What did Tom say, Steve? Or if you can repeat, Tom. Copy and paste. I missed. They have 7,000 series and 800 series. Oh, nice. There we go. I thought they were... Last I heard, or saw at least. I say heard. Last I saw they were around 200 horse. I don't know. Actually, it's saying that. Yeah. No. Yeah, there are a crap ton of North American players. And to be quite blunt and real here, I'm sick to death of having to go and download mods to play American maps. Now, implement, there are enough if you're doing a large-scale American map. But tractors, to have a genuine feel in an American tractor, you have to download a mod. Goats. Other than Salinum, yeah, goat milk is a thing, but will we see them, honestly? Only Sandy Bay is coming to 19. Yeah, Sandy Bay is coming. Oh, is that what you said? That makes no sense. And basically it is the same. A lot of the tractors, like the 7R, to a point, I think even the 6, but the 7 and 8 for sure. I talked about this yesterday. It's tire options and lighting packages and different, like you say, detailing. That's different from the Euro spec to the American. If modders are able to do it, Giants are able to do it. And that's a stupid thing. I just boggles my mind. Shouldn't be surprised, but factories along with orchards being base game thing. I disagree with factories. I really do. Although with seasons it would add a lot more to do. So yes and no. Orchards I'd love to see because that would be a really cool, interesting factor. As long as they were placeable. I hate the placeable system, but that is something that would need to be placeable. Where you could manually put or plant orchard trees with whatever they are and vineyards. That would be neat. Wonder if wildlife will actually happen in 19. Yeah, that was supposed to be a thing, wasn't it? But obviously got taken out very, very early. Because even in the version of the game we had as media partners, we had nothing in the files to show Deere or anything like that was supposed to be in the game. Obviously had to take it out due to optimization. But I'm pretty sure they said wildlife. We've got the crows, and the crows, yeah, they're a little funky at times, aren't they? Yeah, there was supposed to be Deer. Where? I can't remember. Where did they say about the Deer? Was it at the announcement for FS21? Or the FS21, FS19? Because they said a lot then that never happened, admittedly. Am I going to get hung up there? No, not. Sweet. I'd love fence post knocking in. Nah, that'd be silly. That would be straight up silly. Maybe player can be 6 foot and sit closer to the seat. So far back. The player is actually 6 foot. Base game. You gotta think. Stand next to the tire. Stand next to front tire. Like, the player is actually 6 foot. That's right too, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about the dog, actually. Yeah, they said a lot. Yeah, they do. It's like the gearbox was going to be a thing, like, to make it sound like vehicles were changing gears. I know I'm all for that, and not have actual any physical impact. But they had to take that out. That was causing them issues. Obviously, you can see down in the bottom right there, DEF, diesel exhaust fluid, was supposed to be a thing. As to some point, it's not in the game. It's in all the XMLs and everything if you choose to put it on. Or it's working as they intended and it's just supposed to be like Euro Truck and American Trucks and where it automatically refuels. But I don't think they'll ever add a full manual gearbox in. There's no way. And the only reason I say that is console, button configs. Windshield wipers are a nice feature. They had that in... What game was it? Was it like 15? And then they took it out in 17. Something stupid. Or it was just heavily broken. Hey, Rob. Oh, our crop's getting ready. Not ready for harvest yet, though. Oh, someone did a case with Gearbox sounds. Oh, that was me, hello. And where did you get those sounds from? Probably the mod hub. From the fence. Gameplay based, or I think FS1. I feel bad. Yeah, it'll never fail. You just have the core players get sick to death of it and leave. Oh, really? Because I've fent the on about the 300s and... Yeah, was it 300 series? Yeah, those. They were out up on... What website? Forbidden Mods? Forbidden Mods are modding Wild way before they're up on the mod hub. Way before they're up there. I think... Where is the entrance to the BGA? It must be down the other road. Oh, there's no Holland with a Gearbox. Really? Ah. I think I know the one you're on about. I think it's still up there. Isn't it by the same guy who did the Fords? What would you say has been the most impressive feature in FS19? They didn't add anything new other than horses and cotton in the grand scheme of things. If you're talking about features, now, correct me if I'm wrong there, without being just downright negative, but I think that's really the only new features they added was implementing cotton and horses. Yeah, I guess lime. Yeah, lime. Well, I say actually, they did add the fact that you can see manure, lime, and everything on top of the field, so maybe that. I do like cotton. Cotton is one of my favourite things. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm going airborne. I forgot that has to come down. Orchards. Rob, orchard and vineyards. Keep saying it. We'll see it. I kept on saying it about cotton, and we got cotton. And herbicide. Yeah, herbicide too, the weeds. Weeds are definitely not a favourite. Not the stock, the way Giants do it. The way Seasons do it is way better. But yeah, actually, yeah, they did add. I'm not talking crop as well. With features. Crop is not... New crop isn't a feature. Although, I said cotton, but cotton bales? Yeah. But no, the manure and lime, feature. Weeds, feature. And when you actually think about what they added new, they did add quite a bit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen that site. Have you tried Yes Mods? Steve, getting it up on there. Can't remember what that cost the least now, actually. Oh, Heston Bales. Yeah, I'd love to see Heston Bales come into the game. Less than 1 hour to go. And that would work very well with consoles. Heston Bales, having the bigger literage and the physically bigger bale. How long will the stream be? An hour. Hi, biggest fan. What's up? Yeah, it's been only a small sword. Oh, there you go. Perfect. I just thought. Grizzly Bear's website is called Simply Safe Mods, right? I wonder if that's going to have any issues with Simply Safe security company that's out there. I wonder if he may run into issues with that name. I doubt it, but some companies can get oh, we missed a bale. There's a bale there. Jeez. Some companies can get funny. Oh, we've got 2 bales down here. Jeez. Oh, really? Nice. Am I gonna hit the tree? Yes, I am. No, face cam went because I was blowing my nose. You guys don't need to be seeing that. Never heard of Simply Safe Mods until today. No, I think they've only just released. I've got a feeling they're predominantly going to be FS17 based. More than likely. Hey GT, how's it going? Alright, it means a bit of driving again, but what we'll do is run down with the front loader and pick those 2 bales up and drive them down. Should be able to pick up 2 with it. May have to swing by and actually pick up a front weight for it too. It does have 19 mods on it, but I got a feeling they are going to be a 17 base predominantly. What's the best steering wheel? All depends on what you want a steering wheel for. If it's just farming simulator, then the Logitechs will do you fine. Minus the farm sim wheel, that's junk. If you want racing and stuff like that, Fanatec's, where they're actually belt drive instead of gear. But I don't know much about steering wheels, I just know that from what Dave said in the past. Same with Euro Truck. If you Euro Truck Sim Logitech will probably do you fine, but the Fanatec wheels, from everything I've heard, the actual belt drive wheels are 10 times better. Game crashing. How much RAM did you have? Your game was crashing, that's... Was it crashing without mods and everything? And your computer actually up to date? I've got the control side panel. Don't know what wheel to go with. Oh, yeah. Logitech 920 is what I've got back in the UK. Or Logitech G9 29? Oh, but my throat hurt and doing the stream's actually hurting it down. $29. Not 20. I've got the 920. It's not the PlayStation version. The 29 to me looks tacky. It looks too tacky for me. Mavis 29 is jittery. I got a new PC by MSI. TI. Jittery. Have you got your graphics cranked? Because a 1050 Ti ain't the most powerful cards in the world. It's a new to me PC. I'm trying to stream. And it had 16. This has just got 16 as well, GT. And it's a 5-year-old computer. What was your CPU load? And graphics load? Yeah, the side panel was great for farm sim. It really is, actually. Again, mine's in the UK. Not that I'd use it with a controller, but it is pretty good. We'll try lifting those bales, but I doubt it's going to work. Like crashing into a tree's not going to help us. Just check Facebook. CM is almost given up on putting on console. Really? I thought it was like good to go after the whole configuration thing. Hyper Island, what's up? CPU was at 3%, but memory was like at 30. What speed memory is in that thing? Like, my CPU right now stream is at 2.2, and if I pull up control and go back into game, my memory right now with Chrome open, and Chrome is a memory hog, but I have to have that open to monitor stuff on the stream, is at 50%. 3200 DDR4. Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue, GT. That should not be an issue. My speed is slower. Mine is 1338. No, 1333, sorry. It's at a higher percentage. I'm using 7.9 gig right now of 15.9 available, so the 16 gig. Really, you're just gonna roll? I just put you down. There we go. Right, get rid of the control panel because I don't need to watch that. I'm getting 61, but 14 FPS on the... What? Oh, yeah. That I can't argue with. That I can't because it's true. To be quite honest, if that is the case and it's changing stuff that isn't actually wrong with it, and it's them having personal preference, which it probably is, custom modding should just put them on blast. I get solid 60 without Streamlabs open. It's probably Streamlabs is causing it. Streamlabs is heavy on your system compared to normal OBS. Who's your favourite FS YouTuber? None. I don't watch Farming Simulator YouTuber. YouTube stuff. Well, YouTube. I don't watch the game outside of doing content on it. I find it boring to watch farm sim content, to be quite honest with you. I enjoy playing the game, I don't enjoy watching the content. Recommend the Anti-Robot Band mod. Really? I've not heard of that one. Where is it from? Abu, what's up, dude? I haven't seen you for a while. Can't stand normal OBS. OBS Studio, never had an issue with it. I've literally got zero need to use Streamlabs OBS. Like, when was the last time you tried Studio? Because if you restream, you can even get the chat on this now. What about Fraps? Fraps died years ago. And Fraps just does video recording. And hella unoptimized. That's HAL, probably a 17, no, not 17, probably like a 15-year-old program now. Oh, did he? Nice. Yeah, take a look at it now, GT. I've tried Streamlabs before, back on my laptop, and it was way more intensive than Studio was. Yeah, if one of you guys, it's not from a reputable website but does the job, just Google it. Hang on, I'll do that right now. I'll copy what you said, or what you said it was called. From what you just said, I'm gonna guess I know exactly where it's from. Oh, it's on a few decent ones. Is it called Stable Bales v1.1? On this portal? Yeah, it's on a couple of websites I'd download from with no issues. What's the safest website for mods? Giants in-game mod hub. But I use their website. Don't use the go. I don't go for in-game. He said the safest. Let's be honest. The safest is the in-game mod hub. What websites do I personally use? Obviously, the Giants Farming Simulator's own mod hub. The Yes Mods. Forbidden Mods and Modding Walt. So literally 4 websites I use. What I like about Streamlabs is the overlay stuff. I'm useless at graphic design. Does that have its own like overlay stuff now? That I didn't know. This is so front wheel heavy right now. Picture of a runway with a chain around it. Okay. Is that just the reskin, GT? Or is that the 800 from... Yeah, I think it's the one I know of. Now I think about it. Just notice your colours look washed out. Really? It shouldn't be. I've literally done nothing to the colours in the game. They're literally no different to normal. That being said, what you guys are seeing is straight from the graphics, not what I would see. I've actually got the brightness turned down on my computer screen. How your game look is going to vary to mine because of your computer screens and what you play on. From Nexus mods. I've never actually been on Nexus mods for farming simulator stuff. Yeah, colors and stuff you got to take with a pinch of salt because it's going to change drastically on the devices you look at. Like if I put the game on my second screen, so put OBS on full screen, so I'm looking at that, it's going to look completely different color-wise from my main screen to my secondary, because the secondary screen looks very pastel-y, washed out colors. It's terrible. That does look bad, that one. On people's eyes. Most, to be honest, I wouldn't say. I'd say people have got usually. They don't know. Yeah, I'd say the colours that people see probably don't change too much, do they? I will be shocked if we see Bill in the next farm sim, honestly. I'll be surprised. Not gonna say it's not gonna happen, but I'll be surprised. Nah, YouTube blocks that. Karen, if you've got Facebook or Facebook, shoot me a link over there. And yeah, it's called Stable. Oh yeah, okay, that's the same one I've seen then. Really? Really? Does the biogas only work certain times, or doesn't it work on this map? So you got the triggers bad. I will figure that out after the stream. I'm going to call it quits here, guys. Figure that out. Plus, I've drank way too much water, and, well, yeah, nature calls. So I will be back, what's tomorrow? Friday. I'll be back tomorrow. Do you own it? No, I don't own it. I will go buy that off camera. Until next time, hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.